All right, on today's video, we get to take a look at that brand new 2022 Honda Civic. That looks good. Clean Honda, very clean. My name's Eric. This is Cruise Control. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Cruise Control. My name is Eric. And we're going to start looking at some new cars and used cars to find out what's the best option for you. Let's see what's up next. All right, so the first thing that I've noticed in that brand new Honda Civic picture that was leaked out is how upscale this thing looks. I'm thinking Mazda 3 levels of upscale just in the Honda way. Gone is the old chrome front grille and all that flashy chrome. It's almost all black now. I love it, Honda. Thank you. You are doing fantastic. Those wheels, the two-tone on the wheels looks fantastic. I love the way the headlights look, very clear, very crisp, clean body lines. I think this is going to age gracefully, unlike the 10th generation. 10th generation, when it came out, very bold, very abrasive, and I bought one because of it. But if you look at all this chrome that's up here, it has not aged well in my opinion. Now, the one that I bought though is this one over here. Ah, yes, look at that front end. Does it have the chrome? See, that black just does that subtle difference. It does it good. Plus, if you notice, the one that I bought wasn't the sedan, it was the hatchback. I wanted the cargo space and all that kind of fun stuff. But back to the 22 for a moment. This thing is gorgeous. I can't stop looking at it. I love these clean body lines. I mean, this thing looks better than any other sedan in their market. Sorry, Honda Accord, this is gonna outshine you right now. Until you get your update, I think the Accord now looks frumpy. Like this looks very upscale. I'm very excited. Now let's jump to a drawing, because we don't have any pictures of the interior. Now, of this interior, if you look at this looks very upscale as well. Something that I cannot say was in the 10th gen. Look at this 10th gen interior right now. That was hot garbage. I owned it, I can say that. I had it for 3 years, and that interior was cheap. Cheap plastics everywhere. There were noises and rattles. The design wasn't very good. The seats weren't very comfortable. There was a lot of things about that interior that was no good. But back to what's coming on the interior of this 22 Honda Civic, that looks very clean. Now, let's go back in time. I've had 5 Civics. That's how many I've owned. Let's go back to the very first one. We're gonna travel back to 1992. Ooh, there it is right there. This was the first car I got to drive. Well, back in 92, I didn't own it. My dad did. So I hadn't purchased it yet, and I was only 11 years old. Just a young little lad. But I got to learn how to drive stick in a parking lot at my dad's work, and it was a whole lot of fun, and it started me on my Honda journey. Now, I, fast forward, didn't get to buy this car until 1999, and it was already, about 7 years old by that time, and already clocked about 150,000 miles by the time my dad sold it to me. And this car was still in great shape, and I got to drive it for a couple more years, put about 50,000 miles on it, and it was flawless reliability, a whole lot of fun. And I moved on from that Honda Civic. Now we're gonna go into the next generation Honda Civic that I purchased, which was the 96 to 99 or 2000 generation. So this one here is like a little bit different. It had very similar things on there, but this was the next one that I got. Moving on from there, I got to 2001 Honda Civic that you see right here. And then from there, I got a 2007 two-door. It was a beautiful two-door. I loved it. The seats were fantastic. I loved the way it shifted. Oh man, I loved the gauges, the 2-tier. I thought Honda was very bold to do that 2-tier. I was one of the few that loved that design. Honda, I felt like I was Captain Kirk on the Starship Enterprise. That was fantastic. I loved it. It was actually my favorite interior of any Honda Civic that I've owned. And then fast forward, of course, I bought the 2017 Honda Civic as well. So, I've owned 5 generations of Honda Civics. All of them have had their own key points as to why I bought them. They've all had something in common. All of them were reliable. all of them were very fuel efficient. On any of them, and I don't drive nice. I obey the speed limit, but I just happened to get to the speed limit as fast as any of those cars will go. Some were faster than others. The Civic Turbo that I owned was the fastest. 4 out of the 5 were manual transmissions. So all the older generation Civics were all manual. And then on the hatchback, I actually got the CVT. I test drove it with the manual, but honestly, the manual with that turbo power plant, it didn't really match up well. So I actually preferred the CVT. I know you guys are gonna hate on that, but that was my decision. It's what I went with. I'll check it out when it comes to this Civic on the 22. Are you stressed out? Are you looking for a car? Do you not know which one to look for? Does making you go to a car dealership make you anxious and nervous because you don't know if they're gonna rip you off and you're like, I don't know which one to buy? Well, that's why I'm here. My name's Eric. This is Cruise Control. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what cars you're looking for. If it's a used car, we can look at recall history, looking at reliability, safety, crash test ratings, fuel economy. We can look at the best prices that are going to be out there on the market to try to make sure you're going to get a good deal. If it's a new car, we may not know the reliability, but we'll still try to do the best that we can as far as that part's concerned and try to make sure that you get the car that best suits your needs. And I'm going to find out if I like the CVT better with this, if they've maybe changed the manual a little bit to match the powertrain better. We don't know very much about powertrain. We know that it's probably going to be very similar, but maybe they're going to tweak a few things and make things a little bit smoother. Maybe torque will be available down lower. Maybe peak power will be slightly higher. Maybe fuel economy will be a little bit better, but it should be roughly similar. So back to the brand new one. I'm in love. This thing looks gorgeous. Honda, you've done a fantastic job. I cannot wait until I get to see this new Civic rolling into my driveway to test it out. And who knows, I've already bought 5 before. This might be lucky number 6. So what do you guys think? Which generation Honda Civic was your favorite? Which ones have you guys owned? Are you looking forward to this? Do you disagree with me? Challenge me. Tell me, Eric, you're wrong. And I'll teach you why you're wrong. No, it's fine. We don't have to have an argument, but I do love the way this thing looks so far. And that chassis on the 10th gen, if that carries over, oh man, it handled great. So I'm looking forward to this being in my driveway, at least to test drive, possibly to own, as long as they fix the seats because they were uncomfortable. I want better interior. I want more features. But so far, Honda, you're on a good path. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my channel. If you guys have any questions, leave your comments down below. I'm here to help you buy your next car, regardless of my opinion. I will make sure you get the most reliable as long as I can find that stuff out. Like on new ones like this, who knows? Hopefully it's reliable because it's a Honda, but you never know. Other than that, we'll make sure we get pricing, features, all that kind of fun stuff. Leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching my channel. We will catch you next time.